how would you support a member kind of working through like different life stages and their like financial health?
So one of the first things we'll often do, again, we talked about values. I'm sorry to keep repeating myself, but along with that, what are our goals? And we will create new goals, obviously, for their financial picture. But I like to ask that just on a personal level. Like, do you want to have children? Do you want to be a homeowner? Do you plan on living where you live now? Or do you want to move somewhere? Or what do you want to do for work? Do you want to go get more education, potentially go to college or go to grad school, whatever that might be? And then talk about kind of what their plan is currently with how they're going to get to that point. And then fill in the gaps, because you might have a member sometimes that's just dialed in, they have the plan already in place. And then there might be opportunity for us to kind of fine tune that. And those are always great because maybe their plan is solid, but there's just a little bit of opportunity, things that we can tweak that'll get the plan just more efficient. And other times you'll have the member, you ask them these questions and it's kind of a thought-provoking question because they're like, I guess I haven't thought about that yet. So we think of something like fresh out of high school, maybe that individual's going to college, right? How are they paying for that is a great question to ask, because it's one that it was just go get student loans. That's what it was.
Yep.
Nowadays, I think the newer generation is so much more cognizant of that. You hear about it all the time in the news and media about student loans and things. But I think the kids going into college now are just way more aware of that than my generation and previous ones were. But what are your plans after school? You and your partner, or do you plan on living together? Do you plan on buying a house? Do you know what that would entail? Do you know what you might need to have? Family planning. I mean, I got to learn this over the last few years. It's very rewarding. It's the best gift I've ever had. It's also very financially taxing, because now instead of just myself and my wife, I have 2 other dependents, right? And they are expensive.
They are so expensive.
Not only bringing them into this world, but also just letting them grow up. And my values obviously changed, I think, like most, when they become parents. So I used to just have things about me and my wife, and now it's just about the kids. So my financial plan, if you compared it from 4 years ago, it's totally different now, because the values have slightly changed, because now my priority is the children and security for them. But I think for everyone going through that, everyone's going to go through these stages at different times, and you have to be okay with that.
Affinity Plus is federally insured by the NCUA.